NFTs are everywhere. They're the latest craze sweeping the digital world, just like your aunt's friend's cousin said they would be. Everyone's talking about them, from tech enthusiasts to casual social gatherings. Remember when everyone was losing their minds over Beanie Babies, those little stuffed animals that became a massive fad, or those Dutch tulips back in the day? The 17th century tulip mania where people paid exorbitant prices for a single bulb? It's like that, but with JPEGs. Digital images that can be bought and sold for thousands, even millions. Except this time it's not just about questionable investments, it's about a whole new level of financial speculation. We're talking about something far more sinister: money laundering. The dark underbelly of the digital art world. Yes, you heard that right. The seemingly innocent digital art could be a cover for illegal activities. That pixelated monkey picture your friend just bought for a small fortune? It might not be as innocent as it seems. It could be a front for something shady, a way to disguise illicit gains as legitimate transactions. Don't get me wrong, NFTs have the potential to revolutionize art and finance. They offer artists new ways to monetize their work. But like any new technology, criminals are finding ways to exploit it. They're always a step ahead, looking for loopholes. And boy, have they been busy. The digital age has opened up new avenues for them to launder money. Think of it like this: you're a drug lord with a problem, you have a mountain of cash that you can't just deposit in a bank. You've got stacks of cash, but you can't just waltz into a bank and make a deposit. The authorities would be all over you. That's where NFTs come in. They provide a seemingly legitimate way to convert dirty money into clean assets. They offer a way to clean dirty money, making it look like legitimate income. A perfect disguise for illicit funds. It's the perfect crime for the digital age. A seamless blend of technology and deception. Remember Beeple? No? Well, let me refresh your memory. He's a digital artist who made headlines by selling an NFT of his work for a staggering $69 million. The art world was absolutely shook by this unprecedented sale. It raised a lot of questions. Was this the future of art? A new frontier for creativity? Or was it just a playground for the ultra-wealthy to throw their money around? As it turns out, the answer might be a bit of both. The world of high-value NFTs is a complex and murky one. See, the NFT market is filled with speculation, hype, and a lot of uncertainties. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of buzz, but also a lot of potential for shady dealings and under-the-table transactions. That $69 million sale? Some experts believe it might have been artificially inflated. They suggest it could be a case of market manipulation or even money laundering. Here's how it might work. Imagine you buy your own NFT using a shell company and a bunch of anonymous accounts. This creates the illusion that your artwork is in high demand. The price skyrockets as a result. Suddenly, your digital art seems incredibly valuable. Then you sell it to an unsuspecting buyer or maybe even another one of your shell companies, and voila! Your dirty money is now clean, disguised as a legitimate art sale. It's a clever, albeit shady, way to launder money. So, while Beeple's sale was groundbreaking, it also opened up a Pandora's box of questions about the true value and integrity of the NFT market. Money laundering isn't just about one big transaction, it's about taking dirty money and making it look clean through a series of complex moves. Think of it like a washing machine, but instead of clothes, it's your ill-gotten gains. And the blockchain? That's your spin cycle. NFTs make this whole process easier than ever. You can buy and sell them quickly, often with minimal identification required. Want to transfer money overseas without raising any red flags? Just buy an NFT in one country and sell it in another. It's like a wire transfer, but with more digital monkeys. And here's the kicker. Because everything is recorded on the blockchain, it creates a false sense of transparency. Sure, you can see the transactions, but good luck figuring out who's behind those anonymous wallets and shell companies. It's like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle where all the pieces look the same. Remember those bored apes everyone was obsessed with? They were the talk of the town, the digital art sensation that everyone wanted a piece of. Turns out their value might have been pumped up artificially. Yes, you heard that right. The skyrocketing prices weren't always due to genuine demand. Imagine a group of people buying and selling the same NFTs amongst themselves, driving up the price. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario. It's a tactic some have used. This is called wash trading, and it's a big no-no in the financial world. It's illegal in traditional markets, but in the wild west of NFTs, it's harder to control. Why? Because it creates a false sense of demand. Investors see the rising prices and think there's a genuine interest. People see the price going up and think, hey, I better get in on this. They don't want to miss out on the next big thing, but it's all a sham. The inflated prices are just a bubble waiting to burst. It's like inflating a bouncy castle with a hairdryer. It might look impressive for a while, but eventually, it's all going to come crashing down. And guess what? When it does, it's the regular investors who get hurt the most. This kind of market manipulation is even harder to track with NFTs. The anonymity, the speed of transactions, the decentralized nature of the blockchain, the lack of regulation, it all adds up to a perfect storm for shady behavior. Regulators are still catching up, and until they do, the market remains a risky place. It's enough to make you want to go back to collecting stamps. At least with stamps, you know what you're getting. At least those are tangible. You can hold them, feel them, and know their value isn't just a digital illusion. Section 5. Ghosts in the Machine. Anonymity and its discontents. One of the big selling points of NFTs is their anonymity. You can buy and sell them without revealing your identity. Great for privacy, right? Well, it depends who you ask. For criminals looking to launder money, it's like Christmas came early. See, anonymity makes it incredibly difficult to track the flow of funds. It's like trying to follow a trail of breadcrumbs in a hurricane. You know something's going on, but good luck proving it. Of course, anonymity has its place in the digital world, but when it comes to financial transactions, a little bit of transparency goes a long way. It's like the old saying goes, sunlight is the best disinfectant. And right now, the NFT market could use a whole lot of sunshine. Section 6. The Wild West of Digital Art, a regulatory vacuum. The NFT market is like the Wild West right now. There are very few rules, and the ones that do exist are often poorly enforced. It's a dream come true for criminals looking to exploit the system. Governments around the world are just starting to wake up to the risks posed by NFTs. But regulation moves slowly, and the criminals are always one step ahead. It's a game of cat and mouse, and right now, the mouse is winning. We need clear guidelines on how NFTs should be bought, sold, and taxed. We need to know who's behind those anonymous wallets. And we need to make sure that platforms are doing their part to prevent money laundering. Section 7. Can't stop, won't stop. NFTs and the future of finance. Despite all the risks, NFTs are here to stay. They have the potential to revolutionize the way we buy, sell, and own digital assets. From art and music to real estate and even virtual sneakers, the possibilities are endless. But for NFTs to reach their full potential, we need to address the issue of money laundering. We need to find a way to balance innovation with integrity. It's a delicate dance, but it's one we need to get right. Imagine a world where you can buy a piece of digital art and know that the transaction was legitimate, where artists are protected from fraud, and where criminals can't hide behind a veil of anonymity. That's the future we should be striving for. Section 8. The feds are watching, cracking down on crypto crime. The good news is that law enforcement agencies around the world are starting to crack down on crypto-related crime, including money laundering through NFTs. The feds are on the case, and they're bringing their A game. Just recently, the Department of Justice seized millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency linked to a money laundering scheme involving NFTs. It was a major victory, sending a clear message to criminals. You might be able to hide in the blockchain, but we'll find you. And it's not just the US. Countries around the world are stepping up their efforts to combat crypto crime. From increased surveillance to new regulations, the net is closing on criminals who think they can operate with impunity in the digital world. Section 9. KYC to the rescue, bringing transparency to the blockchain. One of the key tools in the fight against money laundering is Know Your Customer (KYC) regulations. These regulations require financial institutions to verify the identity of their customers, making it much harder for criminals to operate anonymously. While KYC has been around for a while in traditional finance, it's just starting to gain traction in the world of crypto and NFTs. Some platforms are now requiring users to verify their identity before they can buy or sell certain assets. It's not a perfect solution, but it's a step in the right direction. By bringing more transparency to the blockchain, we can make it much harder for criminals to use NFTs for illicit activities. Section 10. A call for collaboration. Artists, platforms, and regulators, unite. Combating money laundering in the NFT space isn't just the job of law enforcement. It requires a collaborative effort from all stakeholders, including artists, platforms, and regulators. Artists need to be aware of the risks and take steps to protect themselves from fraud. Platforms need to implement robust KYC procedures, and work with law enforcement to prevent illicit activities, and regulators need to create clear guidelines that foster innovation while safeguarding against criminal abuse. It's time for all of us to come together and create a safer, more transparent NFT ecosystem. Only then can we unlock the full potential of this transformative technology. Section 11. The future of NFTs, a balancing act between innovation and integrity. NFTs are at a crossroads. Will they become a haven for money launderers and criminals, or will they evolve into a legitimate and thriving market for digital assets? The answer lies in our collective ability to strike a balance between innovation and integrity. We need to embrace the transformative potential of NFTs while acknowledging the very real risks they pose. We need to find a way to foster a healthy and transparent ecosystem that benefits artists, collectors, and the wider community. The future of NFTs is in our hands. Let's make sure it's a bright one.